Oh, we've got another pause coming in. What's this one for?
Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
Knights are growing nicely. It's the Knights.
Yes, Blue Kiwi, I saw that. Well done.
Yeah, Tunis was getting eaten up, and I thought I would jump in and take my bite.
And you definitely did. What's your development now?
I have 125. Yeah, I've once I catch up on tech, because I spent a long time with a 000. So I'm a little behind on tech. Once I catch up, I can start developing.
That makes sense. But yeah, you've really expanded quite a lot, and quite subtly. Like, nobody's really noticed.
Well, the Vald keeps complaining about me raiding constantly, even though it doesn't hurt him that much.
I suspect many of the players in the Mediterranean complain about you raiding constantly.
Yeah. And they're like, joking about declaring and force converting me, but reasonably confident in my navy.
I was just about to go and have a look what it is. Yeah, it's pretty good. Especially as you're the knight and your navy is strong.
And I have naval ideas and marine ideas.
And you've already got your Scourge of the Corsairs, so your fleet could be enormous. And you are in fact building up to that, so yeah.
Yeah,
never underestimate
it's going
the
well.
knights. Yeah, never underestimate them.
No, I have the Ottomans looming over me still.
But the Ottomans took a bit of a humbling during the wars.
Yeah, they did. I think that truce break they declared was a bit of a mistake.
Probably, but I can also see why they were trying to do it, because they were after Rome.
That's true. But they lost Vienna in the process.
And Cairo.
And Cairo, that's true.
Yep.
Unfortunately, hardly any Catholics left, so it's not in control of the Catholics.
No. What you really needed was for a papal state that actually survived.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But, oh well.
Yeah,
right, I'm going to
It,
disappear.
like, the only Catholics left are what? Portugal, Spain, and Aragon?
Yeah, I think Cologne. Cologne's still Catholic. Tree's upset that they got converted by the rebels.
I'm not sure that Cologne should be Catholic, seeing as they have a grand total of one Catholic province.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Actually, I think I know some of their goals are based on Catholicism. Anyway, yeah, thanks for talking to us about that. That was interesting.
No problem. I shall disappear again.
Mm-hmm. I think we should probably talk to Tunis. Where's Marcus? There he is. So, Tunis. Marcus?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I DC'd.
Okay.
It wasn't intentional.
Your nation's looking a little depleted.
You don't say.
Yeah. And you don't have a coastline anymore, and you're quite low in development. So do you think you're going to join someone else next time? Because you're definitely allowed to.
I don't know, like... I'm Val's vassal now, and he's promised to make me less... not coastlined. So if he's here next week, then I'll probably stay as Tunis, see how it goes. If he's not here, I'll probably switch. Is that alright with you?
Yeah, I mean, Mali, Bengal, and Jompa are all open at the moment.
Yeah, I'll join as, like, probably in India, because I don't like Africa.
Fair enough.
Or Spain.
That's true, yeah. You're basically jumping from one African Spanish minor to another African Spanish minor.
Yes, but Spain is not my best friend right now.
I can imagine that.
Yeah. It was a ride though, like this session.
I can believe that. I mean, I thought you were kind of springing back a little bit. I don't know what state your country is when you came back.
So when I came back, I had 0 legitimacy, about minus 50 prestige, and was losing everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, I let Val block me off, and everything would have been fine, I think, if that giant world war hadn't happened.
That giant mold war changed a lot of people's plans, I suspect.
It did, because if that didn't happen and Val wasn't being sieged by the Ottomans and my army didn't get stack wiped whilst in Europe, then we probably could have vassalized me and then reconquest Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of his land fell to rebels, which let the Iberians take it, and it all went a bit bad from there on.
Of course. I totally forgot that land was actually Florentine at one point.
Yeah. The Iberians, before last session, they owned just the coastline, and when they expanded last session, and I lost Sicily and I lost the ports on the Tunisian coastline, I was about 200 dev. I'm now about 50.
Yes, I saw you decreased rather dramatically, 51.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, you can switch countries if you want to. That's up to you.
Yeah. If Val's here, I won't. If he isn't, I will.
Okay, fair enough. Well, like I said, the option's there, so it's up to you.
Thanks.
Anyway, I'll let you get back. I just wanted to talk to you about what had happened.
Sure.
Alright, so, that's Marcus playing in Tunisia. Interestingly that he does want to stay on next session if Val is around. I mean, Val is pretty good for vassal players. For example, we have Bacon, who was formerly Mamluks, who... Oh no, they still exist. Now playing as the Loaning Port of Pisa, and then Tunis as well. Wanting to get back into the raiding game, I am sure. Meanwhile, we have got a player war, which I've just noticed. Wow. Because Tunis was vassalized by Val, he is now at war with the Knights. Does that mean that we have Florence... Who's... Oh no, Venice is not in this. It's just the Knights against Florence and Tunis and the Loaning Port of Pisa. So it looks like Sicily is going to be in a bit of trouble here. But I do reckon that the Knights' fleet can probably hold off the Florentine, especially as Florence has no galleys. They do have heavies. And with the 4-to-1 ratio that I normally go with, I would say the galleys are a little... Actually, no, the heavies... They might be able to edge this, especially as they have naval and maritime ideas. Yeah, my money is actually on the Knights for this.
Well, that's good.
Hello.
You're smart, savvy businessman. Smart, savvy Knights vendor there. How you doing there, Cole? How are you doing there?
How are things going?
Oh, not bad. This is Fewer, by the way, folks, for those who don't know.
Trying to remember who you're playing as.
Know.
Cologne,
you know
there
all.
we go.
You know all. I'm Cologne today, yes. Which has been an interesting experience.
You managed to remain neutral during the giant conflict.
Yeah, you know why? Because I had a looming disaster coming, and I was like, I'm just going to nope out of this. I'm sorry, guys, I can't. Like, I'm supposed to stay Catholic, is what I've been told. I don't know if you've looked at me lately. I have one Catholic province left.
Yeah, I was just talking to the Knights about that, and it's not looking great.
Like, no, it's rough. It's going to be difficult to maintain that. But so it's interesting subbing in for someone instead of joining as a separate nation. So certain deals and things that were made that I have to adhere to, but I'm like, I wouldn't have done this if it were me. Okay, all right, whatever.
After the game, we'll have to, I mean, not today's game, the game in general, we'll need to ask you about that, because I'm kind of curious now.
Sure. About what?
Which deals you wouldn't have adhered to.
Oh,
which ones you
there's
would
a
have
deal. There's an arrangement to sell between Denmark and Cologne to sell a certain province, and I was like, I would not have done that. I would not have done that. I don't care.
Yes, I think I know exactly which one you're talking about, because Denmark was saying, I can't believe you did this.
I'm like, I would not have made this deal. But, okay, it was arranged before I took over. I have to adhere to it, so...
sorry, this war has just escalated and I really need to talk about this.
That's fine. I'll leave you to it.
Thanks. So, the Commonwealth have joined on the Knights' side. So this war has really just exploded from Florence, Ferrara, Pisa, Tunis versus the Knights, the Commonwealth, Galicia and Transylvania. So the Commonwealth have the troops to actually take down the Knights. So, sorry, the Florence. The other danger is this session is ending in 5 minutes. And this looks like it's going to be a player war which is going to hang between sessions. We may well see other players deciding that they want to weigh in on this particular conflict. Commonwealth does look like they are actually moving troops in to go and deal with Florence. while the knights are just sitting here blockading the Florentine coast. I think I would probably split those ships up to cover more of the coast so you can start getting the war exhaustion against Florence. Do Florence have access through the Ottomans? Or are those troops going to be stuck there? Yes, they do. Wait, why? Oh, that has military access, grants access to the Commonwealth. So that's how Florence is going to get home. Where's the Commonwealth going? You just turned around and gone the wrong way. Oh, because France joined. Interesting. This war has just escalated from a minor scuffle between the Knights and Florence to now being a major war between the Commonwealth and the French. 4 minutes remaining in this session. I have a feeling that this is going to result in some fairly furious negotiations between sessions. Because there are definitely some quite serious shenanigans going on here. Ottomans might want to get involved. Spain might want to get involved. Britain, maybe? Seeing as Britain does have a fair number of holdings in the Mediterranean. Is Britain funding anyone during this? Wrong person. Diplomatic expenses. Those don't seem to have changed very much. I think France is gaining slightly more than they were. And this is a Florentine conquest of Messene. So Florence started this war. And had to call in their ally the Knights to... Sorry, their ally France to deal with the Commonwealth's incursions. Although France is up to 155,000 manpower again. Already. That's a bloody quick recovery. I mean, they are getting 1,800 a month, so it's not that surprising. Doesn't look like the French armies are that interested in moving. They probably just want to... This is probably a deal where France has said, I will not join if the Commonwealth doesn't join. So if both armies just return home, then this becomes a war between just Florence and Venice. Florence and the Knights. God damn it, I keep saying the wrong countries. I'm sorry. I know who's fighting here. And I suspect as long as that is maintained, my money is still actually on the Knights. Because I think the Knights can do naval invasions of the various islands that Florence owns and also Cairo. And can basically force a peace, probably only a white peace, out of Florence. But again, it depends if anyone else gets involved. France replaying allies for the last war, possibly. Oh, no, Commonwealth's on the move again. France probably just wants to maintain the status quo here. Or wants this to become Florentine. I don't know, I don't really understand what France means to gain out of this, except for the humbling of the Commonwealth, I guess. Commonwealth, of course, being one of the Ottomans' main allies. In fact, yeah, that's precisely what France wants, is to humble the Commonwealth. One minute remaining. Here come the Commonwealth troops. Here come the French troops. Not waiting for their organisation to return yet. Messina has now fallen. These 18,000 Florentine troops seem like they're just going to stay put. Now, here's a query. How are the Knights' armies? They have the discipline from their national idea. They have fort strength. Otherwise, it's all naval. They do have quality, but only the infantry combat ability. Whereas Florence has quality for their infantry and their cavalry. They have the discipline from the capstone. So actually, these two nations militarily are dead even. It really would be the Navy which would decide this, and the mobility that the Knights would have, versus Florence's just higher income and development. Commonwealth being attacked here by the French throwing in a bunch of troops. Doesn't look like the Commonwealth is really going to be able to resist this, although they are now fighting with 50,000. 123 discipline against 100%, 6.4 morale against 6.3. Even though the Commonwealth does have the excellent cavalry, it's not going to be enough to carry this fight.
Okay. Session's up.
Session is indeed done. Let's go and move everyone into this chat. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Ending this during a battle, it's going to be great. Hello, hello, hello. I just moved myself out. Whoops.
For the Rodina.
Hello, hello. Damn it. People keep moving themselves, and that makes me move. Hello, 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 hello.
Vive la France.
Hello, hello. And hello, and hello.
Hello.
Can't have an even war.
Hello.
That'd be
What
a
about me?
shame.
What?
No one texts.
So that is the end of this session, and what a hell of a session that was. We had the great First World War, plus... Yeah, it was basically it was just one war.
Second.
Oh, yeah.
Second World War.
Second World War, you're right. The first one was Burgundy's. So that wasn't really a world war, that was like the European... That was the Napoleonic War.
The first was against France, yeah, the start, yeah.
But this was the first truly global war where we had colonial nations. We had the great incursions from Cuba taking out the Papal States and then moving up to take out Stockholm.
The Ethiopian war was pretty close to that, though.
That was annoying how they took my Stockholm.
It was hilarious is what that was.
I'm just annoyed that I didn't build a fort there. I should next time.
You should always build a fort in your capital. Like, there's basically no reason not to.
Yeah.
Mordred, did you like all of the AI giving me my claims back and my cores back from Botmanus?
You did?
Yep.
The AI,
Every AI.
different AIs attacked Botmanus and released cores back to Virginia.
All of
Baja's in a good spot, man.
Or just like India? Something happened in
No, because
India?
I knew you went after Bengal. I knew that Botmanis were being attacked constantly by everyone.
and everybody...
Every time they gave land back.
They couldn't take land from him, so they just gave land back.
They returned cores to me every single time.
It was amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of hilarious.
It's quite fun.
So why are you at war with them currently?
Because Oman called me in. I've done
Okay.
nothing except sit there and defend my land if they came in and attacked.
Yeah,
AI
from,
Oman broke our alliance.
from this point onwards, I'm definitely introducing a new rule, which is if you don't show up for your first session, then your country is not protected. It's happened too often. It's happened with the Great Horde. It happened here with Botmanis.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not okay. Yeah, you can't.
Jack Menace wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for that rule. So.
Yep.
I'm one of the few people that hasn't missed a single session.
I haven't missed a session.
I haven't missed a session.
There's
I'll
quite a
have
few.
you know I have not missed a
Congo.
single session at all.
Up the Congo.
Generally,
Up the
what I'm
Congo.
noticing is those who miss at least one session miss multiple, and those who don't miss any don't miss any. There's very few of you who have missed like one session only. One or two exceptions, of course. But...
I think I missed one.
That'd be me.
Props.
From the
I've
last
missed, like,
game,
5.
I missed one.
Not
also want to point out, we hit 1597, 3 years from 1600, and all those secret goals.
Yeah, 3
Yeah,
years.
Mordred.
Secret goals trigger.
And,
So many
and,
secret goals.
and 3 years and the stupid Center's Reformation will go away.
Wait, all
No.
the secret goals going to be published?
Beautiful.
No, so
Yes.
here's what's happening with the secret goals. No, they are not being published. We held a poll, and it was decided fairly... Actually, it was pretty even. Not to publish the secret goals, even if they are completed. So you're always going to be in the dark until this game ends, and at which point I probably will publish what they were.
And has the game ended?
No.
Okay.
Probably
Not yet.
3 more years.
3 more years.
I think there was a chance that Venice could have won if he had a secret.
3
goal.
more years.
Someone
3 more
keeps saying my name. Who's that?
Me, Pizza.
Hello, Bacon.
I want to know your opinion upon the Ottomans having to have a mandatory 24K on my capital in order to siege.
That's quite impressive. That's a lot of troops.
Apparently, I have 33. Well, I have 30% garrison size in my ideas, so I just stacked upon that. It was great.
Damn, bro.
I mean, yeah, if you have the national idea for that, then it can really rack up. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. But
and I also like to point out, I still siege down both wars.
Yeah, but you had distracted some troops. It was great.
Distracted. That's all that matters.
Just wait until all the other ones, so it didn't like it really changed anything.
Oh, you don't even have defensive ideas, dude. Get defensive ideas. That stacks.
I know. That's the plan afterwards. I just need money.
So I think with full defensive ideas, you need 21 divisions or something to siege. I don't remember. I actually worked this out because I was trying to work it out. I think for Tier Hut, and that's even more.
Plus 20% port defense.
All
anyway,
I know is the city of Cologne is now perfume Berlin.
I'm going to have to call this session here. This was an absolutely amazing session. I really want to give a very big shout out to all of those of you who were involved in that war. Like, every single side fought like hell in that engagement, and it was a lot of fun to watch. And I will also say that we had 164 viewers at one point watching. It was that popular. Wow. It was big.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. The Orcs of Ulinar will fight to the death.
Mordred, can I add one last thing, just?
Yeah.
If anyone has any subs for me next week, please make them PM me, because you probably want someone to play me next session and not have me protected.
Denmark would be a very good one to sub in for next week. I will say
also, Portugal will be not available for 3 sessions.
I'm not here next week either. but I'll get a sub though, it's fine.
So yeah, those of you who are not here, if you can get a sub, please do. Probably the best place to ask would be former players who are not playing anymore may want to. Players who have been circling around thinking about playing, fewer may want to.
I'm still subbing for Clemp, so.
If I'm not doing this next week, I'll sub someone.
Anyway, we're going to call this here. So thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I am live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out and lets me do more of this kind of content. If you want to support the channel in other ways, check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/Mordred Viking. Actually, I should probably let the players say bye. I just realised I never let you guys say goodbye. So thanks everyone for playing. We'll catch you guys next time. Okay, so the players have said bye now. I will not be streaming anymore this evening. I'm taking an evening off. I will, however, be back again tomorrow. I still need to publish a schedule of precisely when, but we will be kicking off a game at 10 PM tomorrow evening. Stay tuned for the spreadsheet updates and the multiplayer information tab, because I will be publishing the goals and what the standings are at the moment, because there are going to be some fairly radical changes. And again, if you want to see what those goals are, that is the link to do it. If you want to play next week or any session after that, please, 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 please go to my Discord, which Marshall has just linked, and send me a personal message. Remember, the countries available at the moment are Jaunpur, Bengal, and Mali, and we'll probably be opening up a couple more in the future, but I really want to get especially India populated before the Europeans arrive into bigger force, because we've already seen a fairly large contingent of the British. I think that's everything I need to say. So thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.